Special thanks to all our patrons who support the show every single week. Patrons, you keep the Run, Eat, Drink podcast going, and we're so grateful for all the support you give and the community that you've helped us to build. Not a patron yet? Join us today. Head over to patreon.com/runeatdrinkpodcast or buymeacoffee.com/runeatdrinkpod and subscribe for bonus content, social media shoutouts, and much more. Help support our show by using our Amazon affiliate link anytime you shop on Amazon for running gear, food, beverages, or anything else the little gray trucks might bring your way. Just use runeatdrink.net/Amazon anytime you shop. There's no additional cost. It's just one bonus click to help us keep the lights on and the bandwidth flowing. Go to runeatdrink.net/Amazon. And we thank you for your support.
Hi, I'm Jeff Galloway, and you are listening to the Run, Eat, Drink podcast.
Welcome to the Run, Eat, Drink podcast. We feature destination races from across the country. And after the race, we take you on a tour of the best local food and beverage to celebrate. So whether you are an elite runner or a back of the packer like us, you'll know the best places to accomplish, explore, and indulge on your next runcation. Hey, welcome to Not Yet, episode 300, and I'm your longtime absent host, Amy. Yes, we celebrated 300 episodes in 2024, and we can't thank everybody enough for all the support, all the encouragement, and all your patience here at the beginning of 2025. Most of you know, if you're longtime listeners to the show, that my father went into the hospital on Christmas Day and passed away on January 4th. And his memorial was February 7th. We put the show on hold for the first couple of months in 2025. And my dad was always an avid lover of technology, very passionate about. In fact, he was the first one to show me about podcasting and embrace it. And somewhere out there in the ether is a podcast called Teacher Tech Bites. That was a brainchild between us, between my dad and me. And in this really difficult time when I miss him more than I can say, coming back to podcasting feels like reconnecting with him. And I want to reconnect with everyone in the Runcation Nation. We have missed accomplishing, exploring, and indulging with you. We missed a big opportunity, no pun intended, the Big Beach Marathon weekend. And shout out to first-time half marathoner Eric. And congratulations to everybody in the Runcation Nation who came along for that meetup that we could not come to because we were taking care of family and going through that tremendous loss. And Dana is currently out of town, so I am recording this, not an episode, to tell you what's been going on solo. But he will be back very soon this weekend, and we will be back to recording episodes. In fact, we have an interview coming up in the feed from Jessica, Harley Running Gal on Instagram, and Eric. They're going to recap the Big Beach Marathon weekend with us. That's going to be our first episode back. We have to get that recorded with them. We are trying to catch up with them, and we just want to shout out Jessica and everybody in the Runcation Nation who contributed to the gift baskets that Jessica brought to the house for me and for Dana. So shout out to everybody who got together and contributed to these. We haven't opened them yet. and we want to open them on a live, and we are in transition and getting hooked up with a new live streaming platform. So hopefully we will be back to live streaming as well in the coming couple of weeks heading into March. March is really our month to gear back up. And I know that many of you are headed to the Little Rock Marathon weekend, and we love that. That's on our bucket list. We want to wish everybody luck there. I think Susie is getting her next state in her 50-state journey and hopes to finish her 50-state journey with Hawaii. And I think that would be a great way to honor Darlene, a member of the Runcation Nation that we lost also in January. So 2025 has been a difficult year to start off with, but we are so lucky and we are so blessed to be a part of this Runcation Nation community. And as I look at these gift baskets that we will unbox on a live stream with you all, I can't tell you how much all of your text messages and phone calls and letters and cards and just direct messages and text messages. And I've probably said things twice, but any way that anybody reached out to us to let us know about Darlene, who passed away, who we miss, and she will always be, much like Rob Nadeau, a member of the Runcation Nation. And I think that they are somewhere taking beautiful photographs and baking and loving life. And hopefully they get to meet my dad. But yeah, so it's been a little bit challenging to get back to running, training, and it's the loss of anybody close to you. I think it changes your world and changes your life. But I think that in thinking about this podcast and connecting with my dad on technology like we always used to do, he was so great to me when we were at Moffat together for the month he was up there for that treatment that gave us additional time to be with him and fought off the cancer a little bit longer. He watched me record an episode with Dana while I was up there with him, and I was in the hotel room. And if you go back and look at that video, I would have to dig to see what episode number it was, but you can see my dad waving from the bed in the background. And I think we were recapping Gasparilla and our unique meetup where Dana ran in a pirate costume and with Darlene and Jojo and Susie and Dawn, our skipping runner, and Jessica or Jessie. I always call her Jessica, but I know a lot of you call her Jessie. And so just everybody that was at that weekend. I think of all these things because Gasparilla weekend just went off this last weekend. Congratulations to anybody who went and partook there. And best of luck to all of you who are going to races this weekend, including Little Rock. And I know that I said that at least to Susie. And I'm updating you and weaving in some shout outs, if you will, and some really heartfelt thanks. And I think in addition to starting up our episodes again and capturing some Runcation recaps that we really wanted to, like Big Beach that's coming, and some others that we wanted to get on the books from around the world. They'll be coming up in March as soon as we get people back in the country and recording with them after they have experienced amazing race weekends. So that's coming up, and we're going to get our race calendar going again. I just reached out to Jeff Galloway, America's coach, and our coach and friend who said, I can think of no better way to celebrate your father than to continue to do your podcast and feel that connection with technology and to run in 2025 or walk, run, he says, in different races throughout the year. And Kohler reached out to me on the phone as she was heading to Gasparilla. And she said, I just want to give you a call and see how you're doing and check in with you, just like Susie, just JoJo, just like Dawn, who sent a wonderful card, and Meg, who reached out, and just Pam and Ariel from Pure Creative Apparel. And I know I'm going to leave people out, and I don't mean to do that. But to everybody, you know who you are, who has contributed to these, all of you who contributed to the baskets and who reached out and connected, and just in all the different ways that you have, not just the basket, and not just letters or cards or phone calls, just seeing some of you show up at my dad's memorial service or watch it on the Facebook live stream and send messages to me about the service and about the memories we shared, and the fellow coaches and players and students and teachers, and just my fellow former coworkers and current coworkers who reached out and sent flowers and sent plants and just keep checking in on me. I just cannot thank you enough. And I reached out to Jeff, and I'm still e-coaching with him. And he said, let's get you back out there. And I know that I'm combating some injury still. And so is Dana. So I know he's taking a step back from the running, but he says he will still do the eating and drinking portions of the show. He will make the sacrifice and come on the show and talk about some of these delicious things that we have gotten and some places that he has been to explore and indulge. And we can't wait to get back to talking with all of you about running, about where to go to have that big celebratory meal, or that little celebratory bagel, or maybe just that buffet at the host hotel after a race, or the post-race party, and where to have the ideal cup of coffee after the long or short races where you have accomplished. A cup of coffee, a Bloody Mary to honor Darlene. We've seen that. We've seen JoJo celebrate 10 years at St. Jude, and running as a St. Jude hero. And there are just so many people in our lives that we would not be connected to if you hadn't found our podcast and stayed committed to listening and downloading and showing up at races to meet and run and support each other, or support each other virtually on a live when you couldn't travel to a race, or run virtually like we did in 2020. There are so many memories that are in our feed at runeatdrink.net and on any podcatcher, as Dana would say. We have missed it so much, and we appreciate your patience as we take care of what we need to take care of. So many of you have said, hey, take care of yourself, take care of family. And we cannot thank you enough for that. And you have definitely put together a basket to honor our little tagline, which is accomplish, explore, and indulge. And I can tell you, my father accomplished so much in his life, and Darlene did a marathon in every state. My dad had many challenges in the marathon of his life, including the big one there at the end with cancer, which stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And when I look at all the gifts and all the communication, I can just see that you have honored his memory, his accomplishments and his life. And you are supporting us, and we can't tell you how much we love you and how much we appreciate you and how much we cannot wait to get back to accomplishing, exploring, and indulging with you. We are just starting back slowly, and we are going to do runcation recaps with everybody who has been out there running. So walking, or just walking. Not just walking, because walking is completing too. It doesn't matter how slow it is. A mile is a mile, as we say. We are back of the Packers through and through. So if you would like to contribute a runcation recap, we would love to have it. Please reach out to us. info@runeatdrink.net. That's info@runeatdrink.net. Or you can give us a call at 941-677-2733. Leave us a message, send us a text, let us know you're interested, or you can reach out on any social channel that we have and let us know that you're interested. Drop a comment in a post, or send us a DM, or you don't say tweet at us anymore. Do you say X at us? I'm not really sure what the lingo with the cool kids are saying these days. But let us know if you would like to contribute. We would love to have it. It inspires us. It gets us back into the groove as we restart the training, or as I restart the training plan very slowly, and starting with small, short distances and building up in a healthy and safe way, as Jeff Galloway always recommends. So share your journeys with us, and we will share our training with you as we prepare to get back out there and take a runcation with you in the near future really soon. So be on the lookout again for shows in our feed. And we cannot thank you enough for all the love and support, all the food and beverage. And I think getting back to running is going to be a really healthy way to get something accomplished for the emotional, mental, and physical health of grief recovery, and for training and having a goal and looking forward to ways that I can feel connected to my father and all that he overcame in his life and all he accomplished in his life. Get connected to you all in our community again. And yeah, there has been an absence and a hole where our coffee chats and our live chats and our shows have been. And we can't wait to get back to it and to share in the struggles and agonies of training around injuries and very safely, and also celebrating accomplishments in training runs and in initial races that we come back to. We are so thankful to all of you for everything, and we can't wait to record these upcoming episodes and release them. And we want to say that we appreciate your patience and support. All of our patrons that we owe content to for the last couple of months, all of you in the Runcation Nation, on our Facebook group and on our social media channels. We just really appreciate the support and the connection. And we can't wait to accomplish, explore, and indulge with you really soon. That's a wrap. So thank you for joining us on your long run, your commute to work, around the house, wherever you are. I'm your host, Amy.
And I'm your co-host, Dana.
Stay safe and well, and we will accomplish, explore, and indulge with you really soon.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Run, Eat, Drink podcast. We're having another great year thanks to your support. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're at Run, Eat, Drink Podcast. And on Twitter, we're Run, Eat, Drink Pod. You can also give us a call at 941 677-2733 or send us an email at info@runeatdrink.net. Visit our website at runeatdrink.net and click on the subscribe link so you don't miss a minute. Find out how you can support the show at patreon.com/runeatdrinkpodcast. Accomplish, explore, and indulge right along with us. We'll talk to you next time.